It's time now for an oldie by the college dropout who became the youngest person ever to receive from Princeton University an honorary doctor's degree in music. He started college at the University of Minnesota on a scholarship, and 6 months later dropped out. In the winter of 1961, he headed east, with his guitar slung over his shoulder, to visit the man who had more influence on his work than anyone else. That was the legendary Woody Guthrie. The friendship that grew between them was important to the younger man, and it wasn't long afterward that he made his big splash at the 1963 Newport Folk Festival. And this past year, the establishment publicly recognized his genius. Princeton University conferred on him an honorary doctorate in music. That's a fair trade for songs like Blowin' in the Wind, Tambourine Man, Like a Rolling Stone, and Lay Lady Lay. Lay Lady Lay, an oldie by Bob Dylan.
American Top 40.
3 hours once a week with AT40, and you know where your favorite songs are in the national music scene. My name's Casey Kasem. On with our countdown now. Debuting at number 36, a song by the college dropout who became the youngest person ever to receive an honorary doctor's degree in music from Princeton University. He'd started college at the University of Minnesota back in 1960 on a scholarship. 6 months later, he dropped out. He slung his guitar over his shoulder and headed east. For a couple of years, he sang his songs along the Atlantic coast, and then he made his big splash at the 1963 Newport Folk Festival. And by the mid-60s, he was recognized as the most important singer-songwriter of his time. Well, about 3 years ago, the establishment publicly acknowledged his genius when Princeton University conferred upon him an honorary doctorate in music for giving us songs like Blowing in the Wind, Tambourine Man, Like a Rolling Stone, and Lay Lady Lay. His latest is called Knockin' on Heaven's Door. Here's Dr. Bob Dylan. Knockin' on Heaven's Door, a debut song by Bob Dylan coming in this week at number 36.
The hits from coast to coast.
And speaking of rebelliousness, the act voted the 15th most influential of the rock era by DJs around the world is the greatest protest musician of all time. He's a singer-songwriter from Hibbing, Minnesota. And in response to our survey, DJ Jeff Davis of station WNKO-FM in Newark, Ohio, wrote, "He was the man who made lyrics important. He gave us something to sing about besides cars and girls." Here's Bob Dylan. That's Bob Dylan with the biggest single of his career, a number 2 song from 1965, Like a Rolling Stone. And according to our survey of radio professionals around the world, Bob Dylan is the 15th most influential act of the rock era. I'm Casey Kasem.
Casey's Coast to Coast.
Before you call him a man.
He was called Hammond's Folly, a singer and songwriter signed to Columbia Records on October 26, 1961 by John Hammond. But it didn't take long before Hammond's Folly turned into Hammond's Fine. His name? Bob Dylan. With his hard-hitting and sometimes cryptic lyrics, Bob Dylan became the spokesman for a disillusioned generation.
The answer is blowing in the wind.
Folk music reigned for several years.
Tell